Hey everybody, and welcome back to Emerald Coast. We're moved into late summer, and I have to say that basically the whole midsummer was just a complete washout. I don't think it. Well, I mean, it did stop raining that one time where we were able to get the canola field harvested, but other than that, it's pretty much a complete washout. Today is the day. We have 6,053 bushels of soybeans to sell. Got most of these under contract for $31.56 a bushel, I believe. So we are going to head down to the Deep South Granary and get some of these sold down. It is raining. I have nothing better to do. We were not able to get our late soybeans planted this year. Let's get our let's cover up our load. Hopefully we're going to get down there and be one of the first folks down there. I think they open up around 8 o'clock. Worst case scenario, they open up around 9. Might have to hang out a little while at the shop. Wait for them to open. Corn is looking quite nice. Grass has already started to grow back. It's very good. Big field of beans over here is looking quite well also. So all in all, it's a very good growing season. Not seeing really a lot of farmers with too much in the way of crop loss as a result of dry weather. We've had nothing but wet weather. Yep, looks like. Oh, they just opened up. Awesome. Get it just in time. Swing on in here then. We go into chute A. See here, yep. Oats, sunflower, and soy. Load Wade here. And proceed on to the dump station. Checking to see if we can't maybe both of these trailers go on at the same time. $6,000, $2,000, so $49,000 a load. Pretty darn good price. Got several loads to haul this morning. We can get those done. Weather said it might stop raining here around mid-morning, but they are once again calling for more rain this afternoon. We still have our oats we need to bring in. We still have our barley we need to bring in. Like I said, we totally missed our late planting of our beans. Not going to have any late bean harvest this year. And I want to try to get this done by mid-afternoon because I do have an appointment with Chris, our realtor, in order to basically, well, get the paperwork to buy that big lot of land that we looked at the other day. Heard back from our business venture partners, and they said that they would prefer the 4-acre plot over the 2-acre plot. Their plans, 2-acre plot really wasn't going to work out for them. But you might notice our bank account has well, it's kind of increased. That is because we did all we could really do with this wet midsummer is we compacted some more compost or pre-compost, covered it up, got it under the blanket, and it's done. So we went ahead and hauled that off the other day. Earned us a good $1.7 million or so, I think, in compost sales. So that's going to aid us greatly with our EGA partnership. They are saying that it looks like we might have a few days of dry weather coming up. That'll be great. Be able to hopefully get our oats in and our barley in. It's about the same weight we had last time. Their beans are pretty consistent with their moisture percentage. Shouldn't be docked too much as a result. Yep. Apparently this plot over here by the side and behind the granary was also available. So we chose that was just too irregularly shaped and not big enough for our needs. I'm going to go ahead and haul the rest of these beans down here. I don't think you guys need to hang out for trips 3, 4, and 5, and well, however many other trips it's going to take us. Like I said, hopefully this will won't run too far into the day, so that we can keep our scheduled appointment with our realtor down at Century 21. And like I said, hoping that this weather dries off here pretty soon. So guys, I thought I'd bring you in. I forgot we needed to water these horses. Go ahead and get that done before lunch. Run back to the, I think we'll take our gator down here. Run it back up to the cow farm. Go in for a bite to eat. Go. Grass is getting tall in here. I need to come in here and give it a little cut. Let's get it knocked down a little bit. Go. Let's get out and just run in here and just check on the straw. Make sure that these guys have plenty of straw for their bedding. Looks like they've got a fairly good smattering of straw. Need to bring another bale over to here from the cow farm at some point. Food trough looks good. Yeah, I'm thinking about calling the plumber and having them come and put some pipes in, put a fitting in to allow us to more easily take care of the horses here. Don't know what those guys getting out. Usually pretty good about staying in their pens. I think we'll have time to go over the other farm, get in there, have ourselves a nice lunch, check the weather, stay up to date on what the radio says. Maybe check and see how well the ground is drying out. As it would actually happen to work out, it stopped raining right after I stopped doing our little video blog segment this morning. Got our gator here with the high-speed transmission. Keep up with the road here. Keep up with the traffic. Depending on how the weather does, we might look about seeing if we can rent that anhydrous tank and applicator. See if we can put maybe some anhydrous down on that canola field. Let's park this here. On inside. Let's clean up our hands. And we'll have ourselves some lunch. Alright guys, well that was a really satisfying lunch. Let's get in our Dodge here, on into town. See if we can't get a hold of Chris. Can't get this meeting done fairly quick. Check the weather, and it looks like we've got more rain coming in here around 6 o'clock. Would like to see if we can't maybe get this this canola field that we harvested. Get some anhydrous put down in that. I am thinking about maybe putting some more sugar beets down in there for next year. Simply because the compost factory, Razwood factory, basically called me up and said, hey, we're pretty much working through at a pretty good clip the sugar beet pulp we've been able to make, provided us with a year ago, and probably could use some more next year. That's what we're going to do. Some sugar beets in that field. I want to make sure I get it nice and ready. Chris told me that it shouldn't take too terrible long. Lots of the paperwork's already been drawn up. Just need to bring my best pen that I can use to sign, of course, about, I don't know, 75 pieces of paper. He already told me the amount of the check to bring. Told him I didn't really feel that comfortable carrying around a check of that magnitude, so I'm going to arrange to do a bank transfer down here. Those clouds rolling through the here. Oh, come on, people! Act like this is Sunday. Doesn't look like rain, but well, down here in Florida, we know things can change from minute to minute. They are saying that we are probably going to have a good 48 hours of dry weather here starting tomorrow. That should then let us get those oats and barley fields brought in. Some straw brought down here to the Razwood factory. Get the rest baled up for our own use. This is Chris's little car right here. Think I did any damage? A little love tap. Never hurt anybody. Alright, well. Went fairly well. $412,000 lighter in the bank account. Took me about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Get all that drawn up. Make sure the funds were transferred properly. He's going to go ahead and register the deed and everything with the county clerk's office. And then ship me out the appropriate documentation, my copies of those. We'd head up here to the pig farm. We get the 8R. The 8R out and head on up to the Anhydrous place. See if we can't get this field worked in. I think this is going to have enough power. I don't think we're going to need the 9RT over there. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Got ourselves hooked up. Got our anhydrous tank filled up. Let's head on back to the field. See if we can't get this applied before it gets too wet. So I think it's going to be raining here in about 3 or 4 hours. So hopefully we can get this applied before the field gets too terribly muddy. Poplar. Oh, it gets moved along too terrible much. Poplar seems to grow in spurts. $2,000 gallons of anhydrous ammonia. Alright, let's go ahead and get set up here. Bolt this down. Check the valves. Gauges. Put up stuff here on the tank. Down. On and let's get to work. We'll we're going to use our aid of our GPS. This. Quite locked in, super straight. That stuff lined up a little better. Crooked, but oh well. It is what it is. So guys, out of the pseudo roleplay that we do here, this mod can be found over at Nexus Mods. It is kind of a companion mod to Emerald Coast. You'll see down there in the field type, this is Anhydrous. This is not liquid fertilizer. Lots of these Anhydrous-like mods simply fill up with liquid fertilizer and simply apply liquid fertilizer. This map, Emerald Coast, available over at Nexus Mods, has been prepared with Anhydrous as a fill type. The facility up there where we picked up this tank and applicator is configured to provide you Anhydrous as a product in bulk. That's what we use to fill this tank. This tank obviously holds Anhydrous. I think it has also been configured to hold liquid fertilizer if you wish to use it on a standard liquid fertilizer fill trigger. But as a companion to this mod, go in here to the shop. I think it's under big bags. Nope. Right under pallets. Under pallets, this mod also includes a 2,000 liter container of Anhydrous tank pallet, $3,200. So you can fill this with Anhydrous from that also, should you wish. One thing to note, that this mod does not work with the base variable spray mod. It will cause issues, so if you insist on using the variable spray mod, then you don't want to use this particular mod because of the fact that this has Anhydrous as a fill type. Variable spray usage doesn't understand or know what that is, and I think it's where it kind of causes errors and whatnot. But if you're playing here on Emerald Coast and you want to do a little bit of a roleplay deal, you want to use Anhydrous, then this mod is for you. And like I said, you can find it over at nexusmods.com. We're going to go ahead and finish working this in the field. And let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. What do you think of today's video? We got $3 million, almost $3.1 million in the bank. Bought ourselves the large industrial plot down here. We're going to need to clear it of trees. We're going to need to kind of paint down some roads, some concrete pads and everything. We're going to have to build out a BGA down here and put in some silage bunkers for the BGA operations. So that come next year, we'll be able to supply the BGA with chaff or grass for its usage. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.